All right, everybody. I know it's going to take a little bit of time for people to get back in, but we got the overlay back. We got things looking right. We got it back the way it's supposed to be. I do apologize. I'm sure everybody will get back in here in time. But again, we are right back into this game. Paris City Swarm starting out significantly more hot than they did there in game 2, but everything is back up and rolling, guys. I'm going to put an announcement back out so everybody knows as we start getting back in here. This is a big game. It's a big matchup. I do apologize to my guys out there in Paris City as you watch this back. For this is just kind of glitching out at first, but it is back up. It is working again. As we do got this one back ready to go. 1-1 right here in this best of 5 series. Division 1 Lafayette Lightning taking on the Paris City Swarm. Finally, the stream looking up to par. You see Paris City just looking so much better here in Game 3. Already 3 goals with 3.5 minutes remaining. It has been on the back of that man, Shocks, just leading the way. He's got to be pretty disappointed how things look there in Game 2. They didn't really look like the team that we expected them to, especially as the second ranked team in the entire league. Now coming out here, representing Paris City more properly as we look much, much better. As here comes Shocks. 2 assists already, 2 saves, and he's got a goal here on the kickoff. Beautiful, beautiful setup. 4-0 right now. Completely in control here. Looks like a completely different matchup compared to what we just watched there in Game 2. You can definitely tell Shocks has woken up, just like the stream finally has, as we finally got the overlay looking much better. As this is what we waited 4 months for, guys. This is it. This is what we wanted. As you got to wonder what Lafayette's going to do, man. I mean, they look good when they're in control, but now down right like they are at this moment, this is their opportunity to kind of fight back and push and show like, hey, we really don't want to be a 12th seeded team. We want to be a more higher ranked, more higher respected team. You know, it's easy to play good when everything's going right. It's how do you bounce back? How do you come back in these series when things start to get away from you? As Paris City was able to clearly do after Game 2, as they're looking for their 5th goal, a little bit off, but here comes Heps. Heps here, cleaning it up, and just like that, Paris City is up 5-0 here in Game 3, just after dropping a game there in Game 2. Now, we clearly saw a performance from Feeds that I don't think anybody was expecting. The guy put up a hat trick in game number 2. Looked absolutely amazing. Looked arguably, potentially like the best offensive player on the field, you know, but at the price that he is, you got to expect a little bit more, you know, consistency out of him, right? He's at 289. So how consistently can he put up those kind of numbers? He's not supposed to at that price. It's time for Dizzy to come in and answer back. This game is clearly chalked. This one's pretty much over. And we're talking 5-0 against the best team, in my opinion, in this league. So you got to figure out a way to get back there in game number 4 at this point. This one is pretty much a wash. Just find a way to recover, get locked back in, get back under control. As right now, it is all Paris City Swarm Rocket League. Just completely been ball dominant this time around. As you're going to see Heps, who just looks so good right there, rotating back with Dizzy with a chance. He's really been shut down here. He's trying to get his guy Feeds. Feeds going for the bump instead, and Heps is just easily going to get out of the way and now try to transition. Now Muck's looking to take back over, but Shocks just dominating right now. Definitely looks much more comfortable, much more confident here in Game 3 compared to what we saw early on there in game number 2. And now you can see Mux with a chance to recenter, but he's not going to get through Shocks. Shocks to be an absolute brick wall. Here comes Feeds over the top of Driz. Shot coming, but a huge save coming there from Shocks at the last moment. Is now you're going to see one drop right back down. Heps looking to get back on this ball. He's got Driz waiting patiently. That's a beautiful flick. Driz is there. Driz beats Mux. Dizzy's awkward. Heps is going to help finish that one off as Driz is going to get the goal, but it was a great team effort between Heps and Driz on the 1-2 play. Dizzy almost gets there, but Heps just forcing him to be a little bit awkward there on that touch. A great play coming out from Paris City, and they are absolutely dominating right now here in game number game number 3. It's completely getting out of hand. Only thing Lafayette can do is just find a way to regain, find a way to lock back in. Whatever that's got to be for them, no, they just got to figure that out at this point. Honestly, you got Feeds as your captain out there. You also got one of the best players in Dizzy. One of those two guys has to step up. You know, Mux is doing his job. He's doing what he's supposed to do. He's stepping up in the role he's supposed to be in right now. It's really up to these other two guys to really start making something happen. As it's you don't want to see a game drop like this. This can really affect your GD. It can really affect your goal differential heading into the late half of the season. And to see Dizzy just trying to put a desperation shot on target, and that is definitely not going to do anything. As Mux with a nasty little fake there. He's going to get right around, but the Shock's going to take it away. 30 seconds remaining here. Now Shock's with a chance to kick out to Driz. Driz is just kind of waiting patiently. Feed's just going to get an easy registered save. And 20 seconds remain. This one is just about all but over. This one's clearly up in the books right now. The only thing we're asking right now is what is Lafayette gonna do? And how about Shocks coming out and just completely... I mean, I don't think anyone can really understand just the defense that this man is playing right now. That net is completely locked down. Lightning are doing the same things they did in Game 2, trying to do the same stuff, but Shocks is just ready for it. So Lightning got to find a way to adjust. They got to find a way to bring something different to the table, as it felt like it was all Paris City right now. They had complete control. Majority of the ball possession was in their favor, and you see the field domination actually heading to the Lafayette Lightning. It didn't seem that way, though. It just seemed like Lightning were constantly rushing back. Based off the stats, apparently they were up a little bit more, but the shot qualities was clearly just not there. I mean, if you're looking at what Shocks and Heps did, 3 saves, 2 saves, right? They were making big saves and then transitioning and putting on higher quality shots. It's just that simple. Their shot percentage was way up there. They had better possession of the ball, even though Lightning dominated. So Lightning just got to find a way to kind of close the gap between each other a little bit, get a little bit more comfortable, lock back in. Not one particular player necessarily played bad. It's just a team as a whole has to step up. You got to get better when you're playing against a team like the Paris City Swarm. You got to bring your A game every single game. They look great in Game 2, but completely dropped the ball there in Game number 3. Now here in Game 4, a chance to redeem themselves, but now they got to do it back to back, which is just going to be so hard when you're playing against the MVP. So obviously Shocks is not looking forward, not expecting to drop any games here, so we will see. It's up to the Lightning to take this. They got to come out here and earn this game. It's not going to come easy. As you see, these guys are already ready to go. And again, guys, I do apologize for the delay getting this stream started out right. But we got the overlay up again. It is working much better. I'm going to go ahead and have to manually keep updating it until after this one just because we were a little bit delayed. But 2-1 right now. Paris City Swarm, number 2, taking on number 12. As you're going to see, Shocks again just looking to stay aggressive. That's just the recipe for success, making sure he's involved and he's in the right positions to play offense and, most importantly, defense. I mean, this guy is the best defender in Division 1. There's not a player better than him. There's just nobody that you guys can bring up better than Shocks. I don't really care. You can say whoever you want. I'll argue tooth and nail. As there's Feeds, he's trying to find some offense. You see him downfield. That could be why it looks like the field domination is so unheaviest. Feeds does look to be downfield quite a bit, and it did help them a lot in Game 2. Cost them a lot in Game number 3, though, is now in Game 4. They are looking a lot better. You know, it seems to be a little bit more tighter. We did see Paris City score pretty early there in Game 3. Lightning seem to be making some adjustments, but let's see what Feeds can do. He's just going to take it over the top, but Heps is going to be there. It's not easy to get through Shocks and Heps. Now Dre's looking to get Heps involved. Seems to be the best recipe for success if you're rooting for Paris City. Is now Driz looking to take it over. He's got Shocks waiting, but right there is Feeds. Feeds trying to read Heps. He does. He almost dunks that one off the side wall. Almost a huge play. He's coming out there from Feeds. And then you can see a good little touch there coming out from Dizzy. Dizzy back down, but no one's going to be there but Driz and Heps. Heps now still up, looking to follow. Going for the reset. He finds it now. Got the double lined up. Can't get it. Shocks, though, not able to finish. Is now Paris City has to scramble back. Shocks had a great one lined up for a huge highlight play, but he just did not put it in the right spots. Is now Muck trying to float it back up to Feeds, who has really had the only hot hand for Paris City so far. As there's Dizzy coming in. Nothing too flashy, but it gets the job done. Shocks not in the net this time around. In an awkward spot. Looks like he just went for the bump off Dizzy. Just can't connect there. And Dizzy's going to bury that one. Well played shot. Just doing exactly what's needed. 3 minutes of Rocket League left to be played here in Game 4. It's win or go home right now for the Lafayette Lightning. As I'd like to see Feeds be that guy taking over again. I mean, he's been the reason that they've looked the best when he is getting the shots, when he's involved in the offensive plays. It's when you're putting him back in that defensive half and he's having to make some tough contests and tough reads is when things get rough for him. Put him up there with Dizzy and let him just work as he now has Feeds waiting. There it is. He's up to him, but oh, just out of the reach of Feeds. Now Shocks with a chance. He's got his guy Heps. This is an A-graded plays. You're going to see Mux, though, take it away. The wildly veteran locking it down. And now Dizzy looking to go back over the top, but Driz is there, not going to let it happen. Is now you're going to see Muck try to take a quick shot. Can't get through Heps. Heps in great position. Now looking to follow with Feeds in closing. Feeds loses out the 50. Driz is going to take over. Now with Heps upfield, they do get by Mucks. One-on-one with Dizzy, but Dizzy back in control. Muck's going to cause some havoc. Dizzy, what a flick! But an even better save coming out there from Driz. Is now all the pressure is back on Paris City. They were able to handle it well in Game 3, but it seems to be working a lot more in Lafayette's favor. As it just looks like Lafayette's not taking as many unnecessary shots. They're looking to work around the defense a little bit more instead of just taking bad shots that's resulting in great transition offense for Paris. They're controlling the ball significantly better. Is now Shocks with a beautiful touchdown there to Driz. Now Driz trying to find Heps, but Heps has to play it safe here. Feeds it's up already though, looking to get some offense going. As you can see, a good little break up. Ball's going to touch down. Driz gets broken up there by Feeds. Feeds back off the wall. Now going to wait patiently. Sox trying to take back control. Good little touch there for Shocks. And now he's over the top. Shocks over Dizzy. One left. Trying to dunk it home. Trying to do it himself. He just can't get through. Beautiful save coming out there from the Lightning. As now this one does go over the top. Feeds, this is awkward. He's got to stay there. He does get that second touch over Driz. Is now Dizzy with a chance to follow. Great break up there. Oh, dangerous touch there, but it does work out. Feeds able to escape. Good 50 back over to the back wall. Now Heps looking to follow, but Feeds just going to clear this one back out. Shock's going to keep it down in the back half. Going from 6 goals to 0. It's kind of crazy to say. It's kind of a crazy stat line to think about, guys. I mean, 6 goals and now struggling to find the back of the nets. I don't know if it's necessarily Paris City doing anything wrong. It's just more so the Lightning just making the proper adjustments here in game number 4. As now Heps is up. He's kind of been the one that's got the offense going each and every game, but he's been very quiet here so far. As you can see, a pass from Driz trying to get it over to that guy Heps. Heps now one-on-one with Mucks. Mucks doing a good job shutting it down, but up goes Driz. Driz now with another chance to get Heps back involved, but Dizzy just there to shut it down. Shock now trying to contest. Number 1 player versus number 1 player. Musk gets taken away there by Heps. Heps now with Driz. They got Shocks waiting center patiently, just waiting for an opportunity, but he's just not going to get fed, not going to get his chance. He's now Feeds just take it away. Now with a chance to put it over the top, he beats Shocks, but he just puts it a little bit too high. As Heps does take it back over. 10 seconds remaining. Time becoming a serious issue here for Paris City. This could be their very last chance. As this one does float back over, and with time hitting 0, that is going to do it. Dizzy's going to kill it, and Lafayette is able to come away with the victory here in game number 4. Is now the series is tied up 2-2. 2-2 right now. Unbelievable, man. I did not expect this one to be this close. Definitely could be my fault, in all honesty, because the Lafayette Lightning, I mean, everyone's been telling me, hey, like, Feeds is ready for Div 1. And a lot of Div 1 players have been honestly saying how good Feeds is and how much better Feeds has gotten. So seeing Feeds lock in and just play this well has been very impressive. You do see Heps back out, probably heading for a card change here. Maybe try to shake some things up. Paris City, again, guys, if you didn't see it last game, 6 goals. And then to follow up with 0. It's just very shocking to me to actually say that out loud. But Dizzy seemed to be playing back significantly more. He played a lot better there on defense. He did pick up 4 saves that game. And this time, it was Paris City in control of the field domination, which is very weird to say. Last game, we saw Paris City control the ball better, but the domination was more in favor of the Lightning. This time around, when Paris City is giving up and cheating up a little bit more, maybe playing too aggressive, Lightning are able to capitalize or at least hold them off and win the game and pull off a great performance. And now we're going to see Game 5 get underway. Our first Game 5 here on stream for Season 2. Big opportunity here for the Lafayette Lightning to pull off a huge upset and move themselves high up on the power rankings, as I could imagine. As this one gets underway here, this is a big moment. I mean, I'm expecting Shocks. You know, this is when the superstar players are supposed to get paid. This is why you pick up these big name guys like Shocks, like Heps. It's for these big moments. But still, everyone loves that underdog story with the Lafayette Lightning with a chance. You gotta wonder where this could place them. Even if they somehow lose, you gotta put a lot more respect on Lightning for how well they played. As Driz need to take his time here. That could have been definitely very dangerous. As now Feeds going to put this one back over to the right side. Now with a chance to follow back up. He's got an opportunity to touch it down. And this time, it's Feeds to Dizzy all series long. It's been Dizzy to Feeds, but now Feeds returning some love back down to his guy Dizzy. What a play coming out there from Feeds. He has definitely looked like a significantly better player Very impressed with how he's looking out here in Division 1. He had a great Division 2 debut, a great Division 2 season. And now coming out here and looking like he might be playing even better for Div 1. Juicy Deucey's got to be very happy, very excited for his team. Now Fee's going to pop this one back up. Looking to follow. He's going to go for the bump. Just looking to cause some havoc. Is now Shocks. He's got a chance. He's low on boost though. Muck's going to rush the touch. No one's going to be there for the shots. Now Feed's going to back pass this one here to Mucks. Muck's going to float it back up here to Feeds. Feeds is not going to be the first one there though. Now Shocks off the back wall. Dizzy can't find the touch. Heps can't get there though. Looked like he had a great chance, a great opportunity. Just not able to. Now you can see the one slide back over. Chance now for Driz to reset. Mucks now. Beautiful pass off the back wall, but a great cover there by Heps. But again, back in control is Lightning. They are not letting Paris City get out of their back half. Paris City is not really able to transition to the offense that we saw in the first half of this series, as Lightning's just done a way better job having better possessions of the ball. Now this time Shocks is going to be left with some space. He does get through Mucks pretty easy. And now Diz looking to help out, but Driz is going to take it away. Driz looking to follow, but Feed. First one there. Feed now with a chance. Put it off the back wall. He's got the second touch lined up, but Heps is there to challenge. Great contest. This one does get broken up here by Shocks. Shocks now with an opportunity here. He can't get through. Broken up. Now Feeds back over to the left side. Dizzy with a chance to recenter. Puts it a little bit too high there for Feeds. Heps now looking to follow one-on-one with Mucks. With Lafayette trailing. Not able to get that next touch. Not able to really transition into great offensive play here, which has been a struggle in these last two games for Paris City. They've just not been able to get their offense going after a great defensive stop. Whereas Lightning has just found a way to just get a goal, find some desperate way to make it happen, and they've just done everything they can to lock up the net after that. You gotta want to see maybe Paris City go for some sort of demo at this point. No demo has transpired on either side, really. And now Paris City just gotta find a way to score. It doesn't really matter how flashy it is at this point. They just need to make something happen. Trying to catch Mucks here. Well, Mucks, again, doing a great job just not allowing any sort of offensive momentum for this Paris City, as Driz not able to find that touch. Now Dizzy going over the top. He's got the second one lined up, and Dizzy's going to do it! Dizzy is going to bury a huge double touch off the back wall. Second time doing that here tonight. Heps was there, just challenged a little bit too early, and Dizzy is going to take advantage. Unbelievable shot coming out there from our guy, the new guy, Dizzy. Man, Juicy literally said, this Lafayette team, yes, we lost Landon. Yes, we did lose a couple of our big name players. We lost Tiber, we lost Juice. But this time around, we got a guy named Dizzy, and Dizzy has shown up, and he is impressed here tonight so far. And you got to also be pretty happy with Feeds. Most importantly, though, their defense is definitely tightened up. Defense is definitely tightened up. Paris City has got to work really hard now here with a minute and a half remaining to send everything at it, but that is not gonna be what happens here. Is Dizzy comes out and picks up a hat trick here in the game sealing in this series. Huge shot there from Dizzy, and this time it's Mucks dishing one out there to midfield. What a huge shot. I am beyond shocked at what I'm looking at right now. Paris City has been held to 0 goals in the last 2 games so far. Not able to find the back of the net. I'm shocked. I'm at a loss for words. There's not a soul. There's not a single person, unless they have some sort of bias as the FO of Lightning, that could have predicted Paris City not scoring like this. You just got to wonder, is there going to potentially be some early shakeup here for this Paris City squad? Is Shocks going to have to relook at what he's got going on here? Who is he running with? Really take another look at this roster, because this is the 12th ranked team. Now listen, these are 0-1 power rankings, right? This is week 1 power rankings. We don't actually know who the best team is just yet. But with Swarm dropping right here to a team that was projected to just barely be outside of the top 10, there's got to be a lot of question marks behind what's going on here. Cheeky, why is Fees performing better in Div 1 than Div 2? You know, Cheeky, I do wonder the same thing. Is this man is absolutely balling out right now. And at the same time, I think Wheat's hitting right on the money. He's definitely got way better teammates. He's getting a lot more space. And he did absolutely ball out in Div 2 as well. He was the leading scorer last season in Division 2. And he carried a not-so-good team all the way to the playoffs. So now he's got a guy named Dizzy helping him out, helping him get better. Unbelievable. Oh man, Shock's not able to. Shock's just having an off game. It's all it is. I won't let this bother me. That's the MVP, and don't anybody in this chat for a moment's notice forget that's the MVP right there. It's just one bad week, and I think Lightning are just a better team than what we thought. I think Feeds is a better player than what we thought, in all honesty. Nuggy, you're my MVP in my heart. It's different. That is gonna do it. Excuse me. I even see that my man Braken's back, so I'm gonna pick you up here, Braken, to head into game 2, as we do have another Division 1 game lined up here. But again, that is going to do it. Congratulations to the Lafayette Lightning finding a way to pull off a huge upset. Every single match, the overall team statistics look completely different between these two guys. You know, a lot of it, whenever Lightning had too much field domination, they lost. But this time around, they were able to pull up on the and control the field a little bit better. They had better control of the ball. They made smarter plays, and they just looked more efficient. I think Mux did an amazing job just playing really great around his two teammates. He did an absolute great job just elevating Feeds, letting Feeds play the way Feeds wants to play, not limiting Feeds or restricting Feeds in any type of way. It was an absolutely great showing there for the Lafayette Lightning as a whole. As an entire team, 1 through 3, they all looked great. So shout out Lightning, shout out Juicy Deuces. We do got the man Juicy in the chat. Getting to watch his Div 1 team pull off the win here. His Div 2 team actually plays tomorrow as well. We got to see the Div 3 team play. I believe the Div 3 team played last night. I think they looked pretty good. No, they lost. I take that back. They did not look very good against Paris City. But nonetheless, Lightning win this time. Right now, it's all tied up. Lightning won a game. Paris City have now won a game. Now it's up to the Div 2 team tomorrow between these two goated franchise owners in Dylan and Juicy Juicy. Two of the biggest names we got down there in Div 2 getting ready to square off and take it on. Should be a lot of fun. I'm getting my guy Breaking in here as well. Breaking, if you're ready, I'm gonna drop Breaking right into the moment. So I'm gonna drop into our little booth here together. I got my guy. Breaking, we're live. Can you hear us okay?
Sure can, Camaro. What an upset LAF just performed right now. I mean, I was going crazy from the sidelines. I was like, Camaro, I can't even speak my mind right now. This man Feeds has elevated his game in the offseason. I mean, I am absolutely stunned. And then he's got Mux and Dizzy to surround him. The perfect supporting cast.
Yeah, I mean, unbelievable. I mean, Juicy did talk about how great of a decision he made picking up Feeds. And, you know, I had a lot of admiration for Feeds just because of what he did in Season 2, in Season 1, Division 2. I was very impressed. I thought he was going to win MVP with how great he played. He was a very impressive striker throughout the season. But I didn't know he was going to actually play this well in Division 1, Breaking. I got to be honest with you. I was definitely a little bit concerned with how he was going to look in Div 1, but he definitely showed us differently.
Yeah, he showed us he belongs in Div 1, and that was my big concern with a lot of these high-priced Div 2 players going up to Div 1 is, can they hang? And Feeds proved tonight that he most certainly can hang with the best of them and take it to a team that has Shocks and Hevskin on it. I mean, those are two B+ players in RL6 fans. I mean, you cannot get that rank easy. And I mean, Feeds just had a fantastic performance, and Dizzy did too. Dizzy played great.
Oh yeah, man, Dizzy was very impressive. It almost just seemed like they just kept going back and forth, and it seemed like it was their show for the most part. But at the same time, you got to give a lot of credit to that guy Mux, man. I mean, Mux did a great job. It almost seemed like he just made sure to stay out of the way. He didn't seem to get in the way. He let Feeds play the game that Feeds really needed to play, and that's on offense, man. Feeds shined on offense. The only time you really saw some struggling out there from Lightning is when they got pushed back on the defensive side of the ball. It's the only time things looked a little bit rough for him. So when they were all on offense, full out push, doing what Feeds wanted to do, they looked amazing. And let me tell you, Feeds and Dizzy got some great chemistry together, Breaking.
Oh, fantastic chemistry. The passing plays, the linking that they were doing in this series, I mean, it looked like they had been playing together for months.
Yeah, and now here's an interesting situation we're about to run into again, Breaking. 12 just played 2, 12 just knocked off 2 in power rankings. Now the third ranked team in week 0 power rankings are about to go out up against the 16th ranked team. Is there a chance we see another insane performance from a bottom rated team in the league?
I don't know, because these 0-1 power rankings are just so interesting, especially in Div 1 and Div 2. Div 3, we just about know everybody, but it's tough. It's really tough because we really don't know how well these teams are going to play together. And, I mean, it could happen. We just saw it happen. It could happen, but I think this one's going to be a little bit closer than that one. I think Paris underperformed a little bit, and LAF overperformed from what we expected. And yeah, I mean, hey, look, if they're all playing their best game, maybe.
Yeah, and 100%. Now, listen, guys, we got the Nagasaki Ronin, who's got some studs out there on the field, man. They got mans are flying. Another top 3, top 5 player in Division 1. 360 maxed price player getting ready to take the field, and he's got some studs on his team. You know him, Breaking. Mystical, who balled out last season, had a fantastic performance in Season 1. And a guy named Vulcan, and I saw my dude Bluey in the chat. I don't know if Bluey's still here, but Bluey, very, very familiar with Vulcan. He was his captain last season on Phoenix. And Vulcan is a great player. A little bit quiet, you know, doesn't do too much talking, but he absolutely plays very, very well, very consistent, and he's got some elite players this season. I'm very worried for Tokyo, Breaking, because these guys are that team that's doing the power of friendship thing that we talked about. You know, got a couple buddies playing against some elite opponents.
Yeah, I looked back at the roster, just realized what it was. You know, maybe they have an off day. Maybe Ronan has an off day, but I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna be curious of what the predictions are, but I think it's gonna be like it's gonna be like 50-1. I think that's the odds that I'm giving it. I think it's
50,
yep, and we see it right there.
50-1.
50-1. I give them like a 4% chance to win a best of 5.
Well, let's see, man. I just dropped the lobby info. We'll give them a couple seconds here, guys. The stream is a little bit behind. We had some issues with the overlay. Should all be worked out. All kinks should be good. Please, you know, pray for us. Let's hope that we're locked in. Now we got Breaking here, my good luck charm. We should be locked in, ready to go here for game number 2. After this, we do have a Division 2 game as well, guys. So it's all action-packed here tonight. We got some of the top players within the server that will be playing as... We got a couple. It looks like the channel point predictions are up, so you guys go bet those points, man. Start saving up, start earning some points here on these teams. If I'm putting money on, I'm putting almost everything I got on Nagasaki. I mean, that's just the only way you can head that way. I mean, Breaking. Am I wrong?
I'm putting the house on Ronan right now. I mean, on paper, I mean, this Ronan team shouldn't lose. They really shouldn't lose. Unless you know, Mans is flying's got a broken hand. Vulcan, you know, is turned around in his chair. I mean, and that's no disrespect to Tokyo. It's just you got 3 players who are under 300, and then you got a completely filled out team in Ronin. I mean, maybe Tokyo proves us wrong. I hope Tokyo proves us wrong, Camaro. I really do. That would be fantastic to watch this upset happen live.
Bluey dropping the hottest take of the evening. Ronan finna lose. Coming from that guy, Bluey. Bluey, did you find your landing spot yet on a team, man? I mean, did we finally find a home for you? I've been so confused as to where my guy Bluey's gonna end up. You gotta find a place at some point, man. You gotta get a home locked in, man. Bluey, this is your season. I said at the beginning, this is your season this year, man. This is it. Phoenix was a little weird. You joined late. It was kind of awkward. This is your season. As we got, looks like everybody in right now, Breaking. I'm going to go ahead and give them the okay, man. I want to see this game get going.
Yeah, me too. I'm very curious to see how Tokyo starts off. I mean, hey, look, if Tokyo takes the Ronin right off jump, I mean, a game 1 win could even the playing field a little bit for this Tokyo team.
All right, here we go. It's loading up. This biggest moment here, it's not the players taking the field, it's just making sure the overlay updates properly. That's all we're caring about. It's up, but we just got to make sure it gets the right stuff. Let's go. We're back. We're back, guys. We're back. She's locked in. A little bit of technical difficulties, but we got it rocking and rolling again. The Nagasaki Ronin taking on the Tokyo Drifters out here. 2 Div 1 games in one night. Breaking, how did we get so lucky?
We're very fortunate tonight to be casting these top-level Rocket League games here. And man, oh man, am I excited to see this next one.
Yeah, I'm excited just to see. I mean, you want to talk about underdogs? There is not a bigger underdog story than Tokyo taking on this Ronin team. Ronin very easily is going to make a deep run in the playoffs, you know, in the next couple months here, with just how great of a roster they were able to put together. You know, shout out Knuckles, putting together such a great team across all divisions, as Mystical not hesitating to get things started, already scoring within the first minute.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see more of this as time goes on. I mean, the good news is that they have Sphinx, who's a little bit higher priced player than who they taken out. I will have to get that again, but you know, they got a little bit of a higher priced player in Zim. Interesting.
Hey, Zimity, getting things started. Hey, kickoff goals, quick, easy, take advantage, catch them out of position. And Zim is finding a way to just to bury one.
Huh? Hey, maybe there is more life than we expected, Camaro.
Hey, man. I'm here for it, Breaking. I'm here to see a big game. Now, it would kind of blow my mind if we both are so confident in who's going to win and then we get and we're wrong again. You know, it would kind of put me in an awkward position, but we'd have to question our power ranking positions, right?
Yeah, I mean, very much so. I mean, I always take grain of salt with these week 0 power rankings just because you just don't know how these teams are going to perform under the lights. I mean, it's a whole different animal when you're on stream, when you're playing those league matches versus, you know, your average game of comp or, you know, over a long spread. Sometimes, you know, throwing some new players up against, you know, these teams that have played together for a while, it can make a difference.
Now with both teams being set, locked in the rotation, it's time to see how Tokyo can hang with them. They gave up a goal last time. You're going to see Zim once again getting aggressive, trying to make some plays. He's looked pretty good on offense so far. There's the guy, Manzar Flying, who I've been most excited to see here in the debut of season number 2 is Manzar controlling that corner. Vulcan loses the 50. Can G3 get there? He can! G3 able to give Tokyo the lead.
G3 bringing a new life to this Tokyo team. Could they perform the upset? I mean, I know it's early, but man, oh man, if they can find these spots where they can catch the one-on-ones and win it and then have their second man ready, while also taking advantage of the fact that this Ronin team probably expects an easy series, maybe they can do it.
I'd be shocked as there's Mystical. He's trying to will his team back in front. He's staying aggressive. He's still there. He's got the double lined up. He's got the boost. And Mystical just making it look way too easy.
Mystical taking it on home from a pass of Manzar Flying off the back wall. Bottom right. Ew. Mystical getting on the board once again. 2 for 3.
Huge shot there for Mystical, exactly when his team needed the most. And now Manzar Flying getting a kickoff goal of his own.
Manzar Flying getting the league in his first goal of the season. One of many, in my opinion, as a kickoff goal is going to be good for him.
Just like that, it looked like Tokyo had a chance. They got a peak goal out of Mystical, and then they give up a kickoff goal. Breaking. How much does that one got to hurt being ranked 16 right now?
It's got to hurt. I mean, you cannot give up the easy ones to a team like Nagasaki Ronin. I mean, every goal is going to count. It's not going to be easy. And just like that, Mystical might have a chance here.
Oh, my.
And he does. Oh, my God.
Oh, my
Top
God.
for Mystical.
Absolutely cooked him in the corner. Mystical with a little bit of space just cuts the ball at the perfect time. Just sends Tokyo Drifters flying through the air. Huge play there coming out from Mystical. This man's already got a hat trick here in game number 1.
Hats are on the floor as Mystical gonna get his 3rd one of the night, and we've just hit the halfway point, Camaro. I mean, this Nagasaki team could score even more.
I mean, Mystical had a great season 1. I mean, he was very impressive with how he played, and he didn't have a running mate like Manzar Flying. I mean, he had a good team. They were a decent little squad, but now he's sitting in a top 3 position. He has not had a chance to be in yet in RLM. He's got to be excited for this season because they're going to be early contenders, especially grabbing a guy like Vulcan. I mean, Vulcan is just a veteran in leagues, man. This dude has played in so many leagues. He's won a lot of championships. This team is poised to do well here in season 2.
Oh, absolutely. And he's got the experience to be that third man on that team, just to support Mystical if Mans are flying. And if he can do that, I mean, this is going to be another team that's going to be very hard to beat, as all of these players have great experience and skill. But Tokyo cannot give up the easy ones. Every goal is going to count.
Oh, Tokyo, that was a chance off that back wall.
Yeah.
Gotta take advantage of anything you can right now. As Manzar flying does find the guy Vulcan. Vulcan off the back wall. Mans is there, but Zim doing a great job controlling it this time. Just trying to get something going here. Manzar not letting him, but here's Zim staying aggressive. Mystical, what a read. He gets it back over to Manzar flying, but that's taken away this time from G3. G3 trying to find Sphinx. Sphinx cannot beat Mystical there. Mystical might has the second. He's going to leave it for Manzar, but Manzar just loses a little bit of control there as Vulcan going to take on that 50. Up goes Sphinx. That's open! Oh! He's going to find the back of the net just like that. Nagasaki just leaving the net pretty much free.
Yeah, leaving it free. And, you know, this is the same thing that I saw last season with the team that Mystical on, is they play a very forward-heavy third man. And if this Tokyo team can take advantage of that, find the openings, they could make this series competitive.
Here's Zen with a chance to tie. Huge bump there from G3, but Finks can't get there. G3 trying to finish it as well. 30 seconds remaining. Vulcan now looking to follow. Just needs to dunk it. Just need to keep it down on Tokyo's side. Up goes Zem. Now Zem kicking it out. Two players there, though, from Nagasaki. Now ball's back into the corner. Touch here from Mystical back to Vulcan. Vulcan can't find the touch. Now G3 with a chance to push. This could be one of their last best chances. You're not going to see the touch there from Tokyo. As Vulcan now looking to clear it out, but a good touch there by Zim. Zim looking to follow, trying to put it through. But Manzar Fly is going to clear it out, and with that bounce there, that should do it. Mystical maybe looking for one more chance now for Tokyo to take it across, but the ball is going to touch. And just like that, with a great effort from Tokyo, still Nagasaki able to close out game number one.
Yeah, I mean, great effort from that Tokyo team. And, you know, they kept it competitive. Going into game two, they just have to be in the right headspace with, hey, we were only one goal off from tying it up with this Nagasaki team and potentially winning. I mean, if they can keep that attitude, keep that mental, they might be able to win this next game, but they have to take it one game at a time, and they got to catch the openings that Nagasaki is giving them right now. They're giving them to them.
Yeah, I mean, 100%. They had some chances. They got a couple shots. It's just when they get those, they got to bury it. Now, Vulcan didn't really get a chance to get too involved. It was really the show of Manzar Flying and Mystical for the most part. So we still haven't even seen what Vulcan has to offer. He hasn't really had to do much just yet. So Tokyo giving everything they had and still not able to hold off Nagasaki. You know, it's a little bit concerning for them. They got to just, as easy as it is to say, Breaking, they have to just elevate their game. They came here, they wanted to play. This is the team they wanted to run. You got to just give it all you got. You got to step up and play big right now.
Yeah, absolutely. They 100% need to elevate their game. They need to play their best Rocket League now and keep that momentum if they want to keep the Friends Rocket League team going. I mean, otherwise they're going to be in a tough spot moving forward. But based on how they played in game one, if they can play just a little bit better than that, this could be a very competitive series. And man, Zimity's played very well for this Tokyo team, and he's a player that I'm looking to elevate their game. And if he can do that, I mean, this could be, they could tie this, potentially take a game off of this Nagasaki team.
We wish the best. Is now G3 looking to put some pressure on Nagasaki. Vulcan going to leave it out there for Manzar Flying. Going to get it right back down to his guy, Vulcan. Vulcan now looking for the reset. He's got Zim up. Looking at the double reset. He finds a great kick out into the box. Double commit now caused by Tokyo. But nobody there from the Ronins able to capitalize on that double. As now Mans gets involved. Up to Mystical. Mystical touching it down. That's actually on target, but G3 is going to be there for the play. Now Vulcan can't find that touch. Mystical is there for help, though. And now Zim one-on-one. Vulcan in the corner. Vulcan staying here. He's looking to survey the field. Zim's not going to let him get the pass that he wants. As now Manzar going to try to take it over the side. Sphinx not going to let him as G3 kicking it back over to the right side. Up goes Mystical. Mystical not able to find the boost. Trying to find a read. Expecting something different. Now Manzar going to kick it left side. He's going to have to take it over himself. Stay involved here on this play. Trying to pull one back out center. Big bump coming out. Now you're going to see a great bump off the wall, causing a bunch of missed touches there from Tokyo, but somehow Nagasaki not able to capitalize. Now Mystical looking for the pass back there from Mans. Mans going to float it back out to midfield. Just not going to get there, though. Now Vulcan's a dangerous back pass. Mans might be the first one there. Now Manzar flying goes back up, looking for the chance to touch. He can't get there. Kick out there from Tokyo. And Mystical causing an own goal there. It was a nasty shot just on the wrong side of the field.
A Mystical own goal is going to give Tokyo the lead. And Tokyo is going to take this one in stride and keep it going because they have to. They have to take every opportunity they can here, Camaro, and run with it.
1-0 lead. Bit of a handicap now for Tokyo. Trying to see if they can take advantage. There was a big demo there in front of the net. Now G3 looking to recenter, but Manzar flying ready. Now Zem's just a little bit too fast for him. Sphinx in an awkward spot. Last one as G3's rotating back. Manzar flying with a chance, put it over the top. He's got the boost. He's got the chance. Gets by 2. Now 1-on-1. Zem up for the challenge. Zem is ready for the big moments, as now this one's going to go right back down there for Vulcan. G3 with a great job shutting it down. Now with a chance here for Zem. Zem with a chance to recenter. Doesn't have an option there to pass, as now Mystical just going to have to shut him down, kick it back out to the mid corner. Now Mystical going to put it right back over. Sphinx looking to challenge, back down. Man's up to Mystical. Mystical with the shot. G3 though, getting a big time save for his team, as now Mans with a chance for the reset. Cannot get through G3. G3 playing some amazing defense right now. G3's really been stepping up on the defensive side of the ball right now. There hasn't been much offense here in Game 3, but the defense looks much better for Tokyo.
Yeah, a lot better, as they've gotten 4 saves against a strong Ronin team, and another one right there to put it on the board. If they can hold this 1-0 lead, and Zem's gonna lose connection, Camaro.
Oh no. Oh no. This is huge. I mean, this is speechless right now. Nagasaki with a chance now, and a 2v3 opportunity as the significantly better team. It does not get, I mean, it just can't get any worse for Tokyo right now.
I mean, Tokyo has got everything against them right now. The servers. The Rocket League gods are against this Tokyo team, but they're not giving up.
No way. No way.
2v3.
Are you kidding me? Nagasaki immediately got super excited. They started going for some highlight plays, thought they had an easy one in the bag, but Sphinx said, not today. I'm a 2's main, buddy, and just comes out of nowhere and just buries a nasty flick over the top of Vulcan. And just like that, Tokyo is still up and in control in a 2v3.
Can Tokyo survive 1 minute and 15 seconds, Camaro? That is all they have to do in order to win this game, is survive, and that is going to go into the net.
There he is. I mean, there he is. I mean, breaking, in all honesty, it's been a lot of on Mystical's back right now to generate this offense. I mean, I don't want to take away from anybody on the Ronins, but Mystical has been the guy putting the right shots on target. When it's not really been in his hands, they've been kind of lackluster shots, and that's why the saves just kind of gone up, I feel like, in my opinion, for Tokyo, because it's just they're not as well quality of shots unless it's coming from Mystical. And there he is again.
There he is again. I mean, Mystical has been almost 100% of the offense here for this Ronin team. And, I mean, it's just a testament of that game 1. He had almost 1,000 points for Ronin. And I think the big thing for this Tokyo team, if they could shut down Mystical, they're going to have a way better chance in winning this. And, you know, I don't know if they can win this game 2 now being tied, as a little bit of toxicity on that little passing play gonna give them a 3-2 lead. But you know, who's gonna come in place for Zimity? The power's out. Who comes in? Gotta
sub up. If I'm Joy right now, I'm throwing a sub as we speak. I'm making sure one of my Div 2 guys, whether it's himself, I mean, the FO was in the chat. And Joy is one of the better Div 2 players out there. Or pick anybody. You just got to get a sub up right now, ready to go, so that way when Zim does come back, they can just swap. So they can just swap them in. You know, can a Div 2 guy take their place? I don't know. It's gonna be hard because, you know, that's a big ask. But at the same time, we have seen some greatness out of a couple guys that played in Div 2 last season. G3 was a Div 2 player, now balling out right now here tonight. Same thing can be said about Fees, Div 2 player who absolutely looked like the best player that we just saw last game. So if I'm Joy, I'm getting someone from Div 2 ready to sub up, because I can't imagine. they're not going to be able to win without it. I mean, they looked good up until the point of losing Zim. Oh my. This is insane. What is going on? I mean, this is crazy. This shouldn't be happening.
This shouldn't be happening. And it's happening because Ronit is right now trolling. They are up for everything. They're going for everything because they have no fear of losing this. But all it takes is one more goal, and they will lose this game. And I have to be a little concerned on whether they care about that, Camaro. I don't know if they care about winning this game too or not.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely can tell that. I mean, there's a nasty pass. Mystical now with a chance to win the game, and he does. Yep. Big time game-winning shot there. I mean, they felt like, hey, we can do it whenever we want to, but that's just a nasty pass there from Manzar Flying. There's not a lot of players in the server, let alone that just play Rocket League, that recognizes that as the play to be made.
Yeah, I mean, recognizing the passing potential, and that's why he's that 360 price, Camaro.
Oh, yeah, dude. I mean, he's a stud. I mean, right now, I love the shakeup of this Nagasaki team. I think they were going to win that game, even with, obviously, it seems like it's less of a win because of the lag out for Zim, but I still think they were the favorites still to win that. I was still expecting a sweep to happen because I think Manzar Flying fits the mold of, he's an elite passer, and Mystical is a great offensive force. The dude is so aggressive. I think you're looking easily at the striker of the year in Mystical come the end of the season.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, based on his performance tonight, I mean, I don't know how he doesn't get striker of the year or striker of the season. And I think total, Camaro, he's had, I believe it's 6 goals. He's had a hat trick in game 1 and a hat trick in game 2.
Yeah, and right now I'm just checking. It looks like Zim is back in the chat at the very least. So Zim is here. So he should be loading back up. There he is. All right, Zim is back.
Yeah.
Hey, good news, Zim is back. That does hurt, though, man. That really hurts because they look like they had a good chance to pull off an upset here for a moment. Now down 2-0. Is it even possible? Is it even possible to see a reverse sweep being down this bad?
Yeah, I don't think it's possible. I mean, that was their game to win. And, I mean, the Rocket League's gods said no. And I got to think, do you run this team back for another week? I mean, there was rumors that, some of these players are going to try it out for a week, maybe 2 at the maximum, see if it would work out. Do you run this team for another week and see if it can work out?
I mean, I think you could at least run it till week 3. You know what I mean? There's a lot of free agent applicants that have joined throughout this last week alone. There's like 15, 20 new people that signed up after the draft that are wanting to play. That have to wait till week 3 to be picked up. I say wait till that moment. I mean, there's a couple big name guys who actually did sign up in Div 1. I say you just see how it goes. If you don't win, but you at least see the 2 guys. Like right now, I'm looking at G3 and I'm looking at Zim. They look like they're playing very well together. And then very simply, if you got to make that change, go get a higher price player to help elevate this team because they look pretty good breaking considering what they are in terms of price.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think you've hit it right on the nose. A 360 player would be a huge asset to this Tokyo team, and that might be what gets them over the hump here. Oh, his man goes for a psycho. Wow.
Oh, big opportunity there from Tokyo again. Almost able to slot that home, but a good save coming out there from Nagasaki. Is now G3 with a chance, looking to put some pressure back on the Ronins. Now with a chance to recenter out. He's got a nasty little pass, but Manzar Flying is going to easily clear that one back out to the shooter. Mystical is now looking to get it out to Vulcan. Look out, a little bit too far behind. Is now Tokyo gets a chance to push here. Here comes Sphinx. Sphinx with an opportunity to put it back down center, but Vulcan just going to pick it up and take it away. Is now G3 with a chance for the redirect. It was wide open. He just puts it a little wide, though. Not able to finish the shot. Is now Sphinx getting chances, man. It looks like breaking. It looks like Tokyo's in the half of Nagasaki for quite a bit of this game. They're just not putting on well-placed shots.
Yeah, the shot actually is just not looking too good for this Tokyo team. And, they could have had 1 or 2 goals by now if that was just a little bit better. And Nagasaki is... they're opening the window. I mean, they're really opening the window for Tokyo to jump out of and start getting some goals. As, we got players going for psychos, wild passing plays, and Nagasaki's really just having a fun time out here on the field.
Yeah, there's Mystical. What an insane drop down, but it just took a little bit too long to develop. Sphinx smelled it out. Is Manzar flying, getting a little bit of help there from Mystical. It wasn't much of a banger there. I thought someone was going to get there in time, but somehow, some way, that ends up working out.
Yeah, I mean, it works out. Mans puts it on target. Mystical is just in the right place at the right time. Gets another goal to put on the series so far. I mean, I believe that's 7 goals for Mystical. And we're in game number 3 right now.
Probably the best offensive individual performance so far this week 1. I mean, you could argue maybe Fees with what he was able to do, given the price, but I mean, Mystical is just doing it in a more dominant fashion. I feel like that is just something we can't. Oh man, I'll let you break that one down. Breaking, that hurts. That hurts to look at.
Can't be hitting the crossbar, as every goal counts here. That could have tied them up. I mean, they got a minute and 30 seconds to make something happen here, and that could have been it. You cannot be giving up these easy goals like that. I mean, take your time. Even if it's a slower shot on net, just make sure that it's at least accurate.
Vulcan trying to find the back of the net right there. I don't think he's scored yet tonight. He's trying to get one, but Mystical just being a little selfish there, trying to get his 8th. Ends up causing a no goal. As now you can see Vulcan put it right back out into the corner. Now they're gonna follow it back up, but he can't get his touch. And now Zem gonna put it back down to the left side to G3. G3 up to Sphinx. Sphinx with a shot. Sphinx is there looking for the double. It was a smart idea, and he just couldn't get there. Now a 3-on-1 dangerous situation, but Zim stepping up big time, getting a huge save. Now they're gonna clear it back downfield for his team. As Ronadu just sent it right back. Minute remaining. 1-0 lead. This is definitely something Tokyo can come back from right now. Only 50 seconds remaining, though, as Nagasaki trying to put it right back down on Tokyo's side. Then back up to the right side here. He's got G3 in the area. G3 now with a chance to center. It's a good pass. Sphinx there, now trying to tug it behind. Vulcan gets by 1, but can't get by number 2. As we got 30 seconds remaining in this one, breaking.
We do, and right now, it's time. Tokyo has to do this now. They got 30 seconds to make it happen. And that could be an opportunity right there. But Sphinx rotates out of the play. And man, that might have been their opportunity. Zim, get the shot on net. No, Mance is there. Sphinx gonna be out to Zim. Zim on target. But Vulcan with the clear, as this might be game, set.
2 seconds. Oh, that was always a disgusting shot there from Mans. Mystical looking for one more. He can't find it. Oh, he keeps it up, though.
Oh.
G3. Zim, 3rd time's the charm. Oh, no way. It's in the net. It is in the net, but it's not going to register as the clock was already at 0. Unbelievable. Tokyo made that final push break, and we know in our hearts this should be overtime right now.
I'm speechless. We should have been going to a game 3 OT, and now we're stuck with this feeling, Camaro. We're stuck with this feeling of what could have been, and I'm in absolute disbelief right now.
Yeah, I mean, it would have been a fun storyline to see what could have happened, man. It would have been great to see if Tokyo Drifters could have sent it overtime, find a way to win. Tip your hats to them. I mean, they definitely could find a way to keep this team together in some sense. They definitely could. I think just one player is all they're needing. They just need one star level player, and they can be just fine. But you got to wonder, Nagasaki looked good. Mystical looked great, but you expect the wins to be in more dominating fashion. Maybe they weren't taking it as serious because of how big of a of a rank difference we're talking about here. So maybe they just weren't as locked in, potentially breaking. But it just was way closer than I really thought it was going to be.
Yeah, I think there's a little bit of trolling from the Ronin. I mean, they were going for stuff. I mean, even I know Mystical is not going for some of those in a playoff game, and they were just trying to get that chemistry filled out. I mean, they're just trying to have a good time, get the passing plays going. I mean, try to go for clips, and it opened the door for Tokyo a little bit, and they're not going to be able to do that with too many other teams, in my opinion. If they try that against some of the top 10 teams that we have in our ranked 0 power rankings, it's not going to work out for them.
Alrighty, guys, but that does do it for our Division 1 matchups. Now we have to drop it down to Division 2, where the Midland Manicores get to take on the Columbus Flight. The 11th ranked team take on number 10, Midland at 10, Columbus at 11. This one should be a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to see how this game goes down. Div 2 seems to be pretty competitive, man. But these teams tend to take it very serious. No one really seems to ever want to lose up here in Division 2. So this one should be a lot of fun. I'm going to go ahead and get this lobby up for these guys. Between these two teams, I'm definitely leaning a little bit towards my guy, AJ, the captain of Columbus. He seems locked in this season, man. I think Columbus has the slight edge to pull off this win. I don't know how you're feeling about it, though, Breaking.
You know, I'm going to go with Midland, and it's only because the words on the street, what I know in the background of the RLM community, and, you know, I just don't know how well this Columbus team can mesh. But on the other end, you know, Marco played in another league that I know of and kind of dropped the ball there. So, you know, I think both of these teams have something to prove tonight.
Yeah, I mean, this is the chance. It's a new opportunity here for Marco. You know, he had a rough ending to, you know, a previous season. Now he gets a chance to start fresh. Brand new season, brand new team. Don't know how familiar he is with these guys. I haven't got a chance to really see anybody in Midland play just yet. These are all new faces to me, so I'm very excited to get to know them. I do think they also have a temp sign already. I believe Locals Collad, I believe, is a temp sign for them. I don't think that they're running their main roster. I think someone was not able to make it already, which is a bit of a concern in my eyes if you're building a team. So we'll see what they're able to do. Obviously, Greninja's on top of it. He's already got the sub in, or the temp sub. We got the roster up, so it's just a matter of time seeing what shows up here. I think Columbus has that edge just due to the fact we're not going to be seeing that full Midland roster. I think Columbus has been really putting in a lot of time with scrims. They've been playing a lot together this week. I've seen it a lot in their team VC. They've seen very actives. AJ's very locked in. He's got some players around him that he's comfortable with. I mean, he played quite a bit last season with Promising. And then Dreamix is an RLM returning veteran. He's been here since day one. So Dreamix didn't have a lot of success with the Detroit Dragons last season. So you know he's coming out here really looking for the opportunity to prove himself and get a chance to turn things around and finally have a good season Breaking. So this Columbus team has a lot to prove, and I'm hoping they can show it here tonight.
Yeah, me too. I mean, now that you've told me that they're now temp signing for Midland, I'm going to put a little bit of channel points on that Columbus team and put a little bit of faith in my man Promising and DreamX and AJ. But I don't think it's going to be competitive. I think this goes the distance in 5.
Ooh, a game 5 you're thinking, huh?
Yep.
Okay. Well, I'm excited for it. I'm here for it to see what happens. Real quick, I'm pretty sure it's my guy Knuckles in the chat doing it. So shout out Knuckles. Thank you so much for putting up these predictions for everybody. Y'all make sure to drop some channel points. Y'all make sure to spend those points, man. There's no reason to hang on to them. This is what we save them for, is right here in these moments. Midland taking on Columbus here. Our first Division 2 game we've gotten to see here this season live on stream. It was all Div 3 last night, and those Div 3 matchups definitely held up. There was, you know, a little bit of inconsistency, which is what's expected in Div 3, but man, there was some highlight plays Breaking. Some of those players looked really good.
Yeah, a lot of them looked very good. And, I mean, I'm in a very weird spot right now, Camaro, because whenever we go, we try to predict these games. They just come right back to us, and we get proven wrong. And I don't know what we're going to know. I just don't know what we're going to expect here.
Yeah, I mean, that's what's been so exciting so far for week number 0's power rankings, man. We really felt very confident what we put together, but there's been some serious shakeups already in the league. There has been some roster changes. Guys are already making some changes, trying to figure out what to do just based off what they've seen already. And you got to imagine it's probably going to be even more after week 1, just based off of the upset we've seen. Some teams that have been very confident, that you can tell the confidence has already been shaken this early. In my opinion, as you know, as a former player, you know, if I'm a captain, if I'm a player, man, I'm just saying, hey, let's lock in, guys. You know, I wouldn't be too worried after just 1 week. You know what I mean? It's just too early just to chalk up the whole plan that you put together over the couple week-long offseason that we had. You planned it out, you set it up, you got things right. Just because you had a shaky week 1, I would not jump the gun just yet. Stay locked in, stay composed. This is the tightest and the most competitive that RLM has ever been. With the addition of Div 4, we've been able to tighten up each and every div just slightly just slight enough to where it has gotten tougher, and it's just become more and more competitive with the new faces. And I think a lot of the OGs are seeing that, and they're feeling it, Breaking.
They're feeling it. I mean, we got so many new hard hitters in Div 1, Div 2, and Div 3, and even Div 4 now that that's coming into the picture. And it's just adding a whole new element to RLM, and it's just only going to raise the level of Rocket League. And like you said, I mean, I wouldn't be shaking up any rosters really until week 3. And that's just going to give you time to work with your team and grow a little bit and see if you can get where you want to be by the end of the season.
Yeah, 100%. And real quick, with bringing up Div 4, I do want to announce, guys, if you guys are a player or know a player who is D3, which is Diamond 3 or lower, please make sure to sign up for the league. If you are someone that was so poised and so confident wanting to add this Div 4 for those lower guys, we got to get more players in there. I mean, we have filled up through the roof with Div 1, Div 2, Div 3. We have gone above and beyond expectations, but Div 4 has just been so awkwardly strange trying to fill up. Get the players in there. Get the guys in there. You play one game a week. It's not that difficult. So I know a lot of the lower guys think they're not going to have the time because they're busy. I get it. A lot of us are washed down there. But listen, fill it up. Get your friends in there. Get your buddies so we can keep Div 4 for next season. I don't want to see it have to go away. But we do have all the players in here, guys. I'm going to go ahead and give them the good to go. I do apologize. I know the stream is running a little bit behind, a little bit on me. But we got things locked in now. And this should be a fun matchup. All right, going from Div 1 to Div 2. I'm really looking forward to pretty much any chance we get to see a Div 2 matchup this season, Breaking, just because of how competitive it's become and just all these new faces. And we got some new guys like Marco out here we get to learn about here tonight.
Absolutely, learn and cheer on. At the end of the day, myself and Kabira are fans of the game. But AJ starting off strong here. I mean, that's another player that I look to is AJ leading the squad and really keeping the train on track for this Columbus team.
Yeah, 100%, right on the nose. The success of Columbus is on the back of AJ, and it's not just so much in terms of, him having to go out there and ball out like we just watched Mystical do. It's in terms of keeping the composure, keeping the mentals in check, keeping the chemistry locked in, and making sure everybody's held accountable on this Columbus team is going to be the most important. It's going to be the most important thing, because it's really that guy promising right there that's got to be the offensive juggernaut this season, because he is the highest priced player out here on the field, and he's got to ball out for Columbus.
Oh, absolutely. He definitely does, and I think we're going to see that tonight.
Dreamix shortening it up down there to Dree. Gotta like the bit of a name change. We got another Drips, man. I've ran into a Dizzy, a Driz, a Drips. I mean, everyone's just obsessed with that Driz name right now. Don't know what's going on here, but you see everyone pretty much go back and forth in this first minute and a half as Marco, the face of Midland right now, Div 2, trying to get something going, is now Drips back into the corner, trying to take one over the top. He gets shut down there by Dre. Down goes right down to Local Scollin. Is it Local Scollin? Am I reading that correct, Breaking?
Local VS. Oh, Local VSCO lad. That's what it is. VSCO.
All right. Well, I'm just going to call him Local. Keep it short. Keep it simple. As you can see, promising here, trying to get some offense going. Look to get that man Dreamix involved. It's going to get shut down, though, quickly by Marco. Now AJ with a chance for the dribble. Shut down by Drips. Drips back in the corner, looking for an opportunity. Gets bumped off the balls. Now Marco getting another chance. That's on target. Bit of a feels bad moment for AJ. And Marco's going to capitalize.
Marco capitalizing on that AJ side flip. He's going to bang it on through. Hit it off the back wall. Dreamix just not back in time. And Midland's going to start 1-0 in the series.
Painful to see. But you got to regain, got to get back into it as AJ immediately on the kickoff, trying to apply some momentum, looking for the quick shot, but shut down there by Local. And now you can see a quick one coming out for Dreamix! Dreamix with a huge double touch off the backboard! There we go, Dree!
Dreamix putting himself on the map here with a nice double and placement into the top right bins. Dreamix. What a shot.
That's going to get clipped. That was a nasty one coming out from our guy Dreamix, man. Beautiful shot here is now Midland looking to regain, trying to get back into this one. Is now Drips taking across midfield with a chance to follow. Good shot coming out there, but promising, doing a good job locking it up. AJ going for a bit of a fake there, can't get through. Marco gets there first. Now with an opportunity here, Promise going to kick it out to the left side. Shot coming from Local. It's on target. Marco trying to dunk it home. But a good save there coming out from AJ's. Now Drips can't get by Dreamix. Ball just going to float here now. It's Local looking for a chance to put it right back into the corner. Trying to center it down. Dreamix is there. Trying to apply pressure. That's dangerous. It's high. Can Drips get there? He's there. Trying to find his own double touch. But he's not going to make it happen. It's now Marco looking to put one right in front of the nets. AJ will be first one there. Is now Local putting it down to the right side. Marco down, Promising. Opportunity here for Drips with a chance, but take it away from AJ. Now Promising's downfield. Promising one-on-one with Local. Looking for the flick. Top corner. He finds it. What a huge play coming out there from Promising.
Top ends flicks for Promising here off a pass from AJ. And he's going to put that one top ropes. What a shot in that 1v1 for Promising.
Unbelievable. Huge shot there coming out. Is now Columbus taking the 2-1 lead. Good kickoff here. Drips got to make a tough touch. Now Promising going to push. Low boost, but Marco finds a way. Putting it back out to midfield with Drips trying to help. Bumped off the ball. Marco looking for top corner. Can't get there, though. Now you can see Dreamix, who's looked good so far here in his debut of Season 2. Now Dreamix can't get through Marco. Up goes AJ. AJ with a bit of a fake there. Marco shot. That's going to go. And not wanting to circle a specific player, but every time AJ's missed on a whiff, that's resulted in a goal so far.
Yeah, I mean, it's the second time happening, and like we said, I mean, you're the leader of your team. You gotta elevate not only your play, but everybody around you, and he's got to make the adjustment here moving forward.
Big chance here for AJ to step up big time. His team's looking good. Now it's his time. Just gotta lock in. Do what needs to be done. Don't try to do too much. Just take your time. Don't rush it. He's now Promising to leave one for AJ, and there he is! AJ, as soon as they needed him the most, giving his team the lead back on a huge shot, just tucking it right back down to the bottom left.
Good regain goal by AJ. Local just not expecting the touch to be on target. And that's going to give Columbus a 3-2 lead with 1 minute remaining. Midland's got to score here, Camaro.
Yeah, Midland now with a chance. They got to answer back. You can see him now have to play some defense because Dreamix keeping the pressure on. Dreamix looking like he finally found a home here in RLM. Looking great right here for Columbus. Is now Marco trying to get through Promising. He can't. Strips now off the wall. He's going to leave it. AJ beating out Local. It's a good win on that 50. Promising now with a chance. He's got Dream looking center for a chance down. AJ's there. AJ cannot find the control to bury that shot. Is now Promising staying involved in the play, trying to get over to his captain. They're not going to be able to keep possession, though, as Drips trying to take over. Marco with a chance to recenter. Here comes Promising, trying to take it across midfield. Good demo on the third man. Promising, though, just not phased. Going to keep things pushed. Another demo there by Marco. Marco just going full force right now on the demos because 30 seconds remaining, just desperately trying to find that next goal. Promising for the dagger. He's going to find it, and that should do it, breaking off a huge shot coming out from Promising.
Promising with the game one dagger. AJ with the fake. Promising. Top bins. Marco just can't get back soon enough, and that is going to give him the check mark for game one.
That should do it. I mean, it is 4-2 right now. This Columbus flight is looking really, really good, especially Promising right now. They look like to be a very well-poised offensive team. This one does give me the vibe, though, breaking, that this could be a game 5. They really are going back and forth right now here.
Yeah, the back and forth is just screaming a game 5 right now. And yeah, I mean, even though it's 4-2 at the end of the day, I mean, 2 of those goals came in the last minute.
Yeah, it was definitely way closer than what this stat line is going to read. A 4-2 victory, though, for Columbus Flight. At the end of the day, they don't ask how, they just ask how many at the end of the game. So great job there by Columbus, stepping up, getting the job done. And it was a great performance across the board. Each player putting up 400 points. Just an even stat line coming out from all 3 players. Everybody really got involved.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, everyone on some sort of side of the field, everyone involved in defense to some degree. And then Promising doing what he needs to do, being that top level player, getting 2 goals on the board. Marco doing the same thing for Midland, but Local and Drips kind of had a quiet game 1.
Yeah, It definitely seems like they were both trying to find a way to get things going. They seem to be caught back quite a bit, as you definitely see. A weird stat line that I do want to point out, though, breaking, is the field domination. Midland had 60% field domination. That's the highest I've seen it all night long. And to see that result in a loss is just very shocking to me. I feel like something like that should correlate to victories, should correlate to success. But when you're not getting back in time and playing good transition defense, it's clearly showing me that it can definitely cost you and it can burn you in the long run.
Absolutely. If you extend your offense up too far, you don't get enough done with the time that you're using on the other end of the field, it doesn't really matter at that point, right? I mean, it all depends on how many goals you can get into the net at the end of the day for offense. And if that number is lower than what your opponent can do with less time on your half, field domination isn't going to matter that much.
Well said here. Is now you're going to see Midland trying to fend off this Columbus offense. They're looking confident right now. It's promising. He's going to take it back, though. Takes it away from DreamX. This could be dangerous now. You don't want to give Marco space. He's probably one of the last guys on the field you don't want to let get confident. As now this one does bounce off for him. Promising with a chance. Taken away there by Local. Drips now looking across here. AJ, dangerous. Midland is there. Drips trying to doink one in, but he can't get there. There's now a double commit coming out there by Midland. It's not going to cost him, though. Now DreamX one-on-one, looking to take it over the top, trying to air dribble. Oh, he gets a demo! What a huge play there from DreamX out of nowhere. I didn't think he was going to actually get that.
I didn't think he was going to get it either. I thought this was going to be a 50, but DreamX gets
Wow.
the air dribble demo. I mean, it was like a pop-up demo. And man, oh man, DreamX has been showing off the mechs a little bit tonight.
Oh, very impressive. I mean, especially it looks like he's gotten significantly better from season 1 to season 2. I mean, this is not stuff he was doing out there for Detroit. It just seems like he feels a lot more comfortable, and he's just playing so much better here with Promising and AJ. It just shows how important having good teammates is, because if you don't feel comfortable who you're playing with, if you don't have the chemistry you really need, it can really affect your game.
It absolutely can, and chemistry is key here, especially in Div 2, where it's so close. It's so close in competition. I mean, if I got to go competition, I'm saying it's Div 2, then it's Div 1, then it's Div 3. Div 2 has been the closest in competition in a very long time, in my opinion.
Oh, Promising. He's trying to get that fake. He can't find it, though. Because now it comes right back down to midfield. AJ going to take it away. Now with a chance, and going to drop this one back down to the corner. Opportunity. Ball's going to bounce here. Marco just going to kick it right across midfield. He's going to go back up. Marco touching it right back down. Good little kick out there by Promising. You know he wanted a shot there. He couldn't find it, though. Ball's going to touch down. Just going to kind of sit here awkwardly, trying to see who's going to do what with this ball. And now it goes right back off the wall. Drips with a chance to clear. He's got a teammate there. Promising he's got to make a play. He can't get there. It's going to float now. Opportunity. It's going to just go. It just is going to go. I don't understand how that fall is breaking. It seems like every single time Columbus has given up the goal, it's a head scratcher.
It absolutely so. I mean, AJ, zero boost, goes for it. Promising, trying to come back. DreamX just no third man available for this Columbus team. And like you said, I mean, I think the biggest issue for this Columbus team has been their third man situation. Either their third man is just getting a no hit, or they're not there. And AJ doing well on the offensive end with the goal right now.
Yeah, I mean, there it goes. Seems like every single time, he feels like he's made a mistake on defense. He comes out immediately, makes a play. Local, though, had a chance. I don't think he thought AJ was going to come up so quickly breaking after the double commit basically coming out from Columbus. So he went a little bit low there, and just AJ showing some aggression just catches him sleeping, and they are back in control. They've really been in control this whole series so far, I feel like.
Yeah, I would agree. And right now, their offense is really carrying them through these little mistakes that they're making on defense that are costing them big goals. But it doesn't matter because they're far and few between. I mean, for every one big mistake that Columbus makes, they're able to score 2 goals off of it.
Yeah, Columbus had a big chance there to give them a 2-goal lead again. Not able to capitalize, but there's a chance. What a shot from Promising. Huge play once again from this guy, just tucking it right behind the flat-footed defense.
DreamX out to Promising. Promising, what a great shot placement, recognizing the two opponents were a little bit too far past that back post and putting it bottom left. What a shot by Promising.
Oh, now Marco, here we go. He's got some space finally, but he just takes it right back to the corner, just kind of buries it there. Loses controls. Now we're back in the corner again. AJ still staying there patiently. Gets by 2. One last. That's a dangerous touch. Open net. Promising. Not going to find it. That's the second time Promising's had an easy one. He hasn't buried it, breaking, but sometimes the easy ones can be the hardest.
Ooh, what a save there.
Both of us thought something was happening there because it looked like Promising was going to catch me on my words. Doesn't find a way as Midland's barely able to escape there, but they got to find a way to get these saves and transition into better offensive plays.
Absolutely, as another missed touch from Columbus is going to result in a Midland goal, but is it too little too late? I mean, we've seen this more than once, Camaro, but is this going to be enough for Midland?
Yeah, I mean, this is a good opportunity here for Midland to try to get something going. The goals that have dropped just haven't been very impressive. Whereas on the other side, we're watching Columbus. When they do score, it is because of Promising. It is because of DreamX, right? It's because of the plays that they're able to make. They have just looked so good. And then when it seems like Midland gets the goal on the other end, whether it's from Marco or Drips or whoever it is, it's mainly because of misplays. As we do see a big misplay out there from Midland. AJ gets pretty much a wide open shot after a rare miss there coming out from Marco.
A double miss. Drips can't connect, and Marco just up a little bit too soon. And that's just going to be another easy one for AJ. AJ has had a lot of open nets this series, and it's helping them get over this little defensive hump that they're dealing with right now.
And just like that, now it's Local taking advantage on a kickoff goal. It just DreamX just not making a good play on the ball. There's really another way to put it, but then everyone's in the net right there breaking, and still somehow it goes in.
I mean, the big problem, it seems like, is either Columbus is stepping on each other's toes, or, you know, they're just stacked in the same spot. And I see a lot of it with AJ and Promising, or AJ and DreamX, and they just gotta spread out their offense a little bit and defense.
Now this one is going to drop here. Marco trying to get a quick one. Promising this is open if he just get around. Even as DreamX waiting center, he just got to find him. Promising, though, takes it himself, puts it bar down, top left, top shelf. What a great play shot by Promising.
A great shot by Promising, and he's fulfilling that price, that top level price. He is fulfilling his duties as being that kind of player, and it's why Columbus is finding so much success right now. I mean, this is probably would have been a tied ball game if that was any other player lower than him on the field, or even really a lot of the other 260 players.
Yeah, and I've said it before, and I'm going to say it again. One of the greatest characteristics I love to see in a player in the league is someone who, when times get a little bit tough, they're still able to step up and play their game. And Promising has done that. They went down. They were giving up some goals, and some bad goals too. It wasn't like Midland was looking good. They were giving up some ugly goals, and he was still able to stay locked in, still able to come back and keep playing well. He's been extremely consistent.
Yeah, very consistent, and he's really been the rock for this Columbus team. And I don't really know how I can necessarily predict the rest of the series, but so far it just seems like for every one mistake that Columbus makes, you know, they're scoring a goal or two off of it, you know? And it just seems like it's 2 feet forward for Columbus, and the second Midland is able to take a step forward, they're taking 2 steps back by giving up these goals. And I just don't know if they can recover and perform a reverse sweep based on how they've been playing tonight.
Yeah, I think the only way they can do it is somehow get Columbus shaken a little bit. Each game, their passing plays, you watch, we saw DreamX with 3 assists, right? We saw AJ with 3 assists in game 1. They're finding a way to just dish and dime to each other. Midland's got to do a better job cutting that off. They got to get to the ball a little bit quicker. It just seems like right now Columbus has just been a little bit faster to it. So Midland's just got to get more aggressive. That's on offense. That's on defense. That's on transitions. Everything has to get more aggressive. They've been trying to play at their pace. Their pace is not... It's just not good enough. Columbus's pace has been better. They've been controlling it, and now Midland has to answer. They got to clap back at this point and make some plays happen, because otherwise they're about to get swept here tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. They have to make the switch up now, and I think you've hit it on the nose once again. They got to pick up the pace. As right now they're just getting outpaced by this Columbus team, but Columbus is rotating their third man up way too far, and if they keep doing this and Midland is able to keep their defense going, they might be able to pull off a reverse sweep.
Yeah, I mean, Columbus just hasn't been punished for it yet, Breaking. They've been doing it all night long, and they've just gotten kind of relaxed with it. They've got a little lackadaisical. You know, Midland's just got to find a way to continue to do what they just did, and that's make the saves and then transition into some sort of good offensive play. You can transition to offense all you want, but if you're just throwing a sloppy shot up where it's an easy save, it doesn't really matter too much. So great job there by Local, just taking advantage, getting downfield, getting the score. Now Columbus, though, they've been in awkward spots like this, Breaking, and they've been able to answer back almost every single time. So Midland's just got to keep their momentum.
Yeah, Midland's just got to keep this momentum with this one goal. And for Columbus, there's no real reason why they need to be extending that third man up so far. I mean, they are not down in this series. It's only one goal. I mean, maybe play it a little bit safer for Columbus. Try to get a couple goals and close out this series.
Yeah, as you see right now, an opportunity for AJ to get things going. He's usually been the one that answered after giving up a goal. Waiting to see what he's going to do here now. Just 1-0 here. 2-0 lead right now for Columbus. And again, it's just another goal coming out for Midland where there's just no one there in the net. Where did DreamMix go? I mean, he looked like he was on the rotation back and they just disappeared.
I believe he was going for boost, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, boost over ball. We learned this day one.
Day one. And it's really hard to see because the offense for Columbus has been pretty good so far, but their defense has been very lackluster. I mean, non-existent at times, as we've seen.
Oh, yeah. Non-existent is definitely the best way to put it. It's happened too many times. Almost every time they've let up a goal, it's happened. It's now Local. That's a dangerous touch. Marco's got to do something, but AJ to promising with a chance. Promising, though. That is a gimme right there for him with how well he's played, but he's not able to find it this time. Now AJ just trying to put a quick one on target. DreamMix just trying to bump in net. Can't get there. Promising back off the wall. AJ does get the demo. Promising going to try to reset himself back up, but Drip's taking his time. Playing it safe. I mean, they got a 2-goal lead. There's no point in risking anything right now. Just win the game at this point. It's now Drips. It's a great pass. But definitely noticing Midland playing back a little bit right now, Breaking. They just seem to just be wanting to secure this win at all costs. Oh, but there's Promising.
Promising up to complete that goal once again for AJ. Hits it just a little bit off target.
What a play.
There to clean it up. I mean, Promising has been a huge asset on this offensive end. I mean, I think this Columbus team would be losing right now if it wasn't for Promising.
Oh, 100%. Promising is playing like the best player out here on this field like he was supposed to, and he's just looking very impressive. All we can hope for is that he continues to do it throughout the season because he's looking great out here for Columbus, just like he did last season. And now you can see him push again. This game is not over. Midland has the lead, but Columbus seems to be coming back. Is now AJ looking to be that leading force right now. I guess loses control here, but Promising is still in great position. Drips going up for a good challenge. Putting it back downfield. DreamMix finna fake it. Go back low. Finds Promising. Promising now trying to fake it himself, but he can't get through. Is now AJ going to put it right back out. Drips. Dangerous touch. AJ with a chance. It's a great pass. No one's going to be there, though. A little bit too fast. Is now with a chance here for Marco. Marco can't get around. Promising. It's kind of awkward off the ball. Drips trying to do what he can. Here comes a shot from Local. I think that might have been it, Break. It looks like a bit of a save coming out there from good old Local.
Oh, man. And, oh my gosh. I mean, what just transpired? I believe that was Drip saving a goal and then a three-way passing play just a little bit wide for Midland. And they got to win this game right now. I mean, it is too close. They got to get another goal, in my opinion.
Local sending messages in chat somehow. No idea how he's pulling that off while playing in such a tight game. He also followed the Twitch while in the middle of a match. What is happening?
I don't know what is happening, but all I can say is Local, you gotta get your head in the game, buddy. I mean, it is time to get going. I mean, shut the stream off because if you guys lose this, it's over for the night.
He said, LOL. No, that's crazy. This dude's... Oh, and just like that, AJ scores. Ties this one up with 50 seconds remaining.
Just as I say that, Drips does not get the touch. Local with 0 boost, not able to get back in time. And this is a tie ball game. I mean, it seems like one goal is going to determine who wins this game. And Midland's got to get their head in the game. AJ and the Columbus flight are opening the door. The door is wide open, and walk through it. All Midland has to do is walk through that door right now, and they could win this game. But they're just really struggling to do so, Camaro.
It's just said that is Local's girlfriend in the chat.
Oh.
So sorry. As trying to cheer on her man's here, and he's definitely struggling right now. As we're tied up 2-2, 15 seconds remaining here. Up goes Dreamix. Dreamix with another chance to pull off a highlight reel. But Local's finally there to shut that down off the back wall. Now AJ, 5 seconds remaining. AJ's up. Drips is deep. Marco covering the back wall. Dreamus is in the area, though. This should roll nicely. Promising he should be the one with the chance. But he's not going to find that read, and AJ just going to let that drop, and we are heading to overtime here in game number 3.
Yeah, game 3 OT. And this is not where I'd want to be if I'm Midland. Playing for my life in OT. As Marco is last back. Drips gets there just in time. Now Local, last back, gotta clear this one. A double commit could be detrimental, promising, but he can't. Oh my.
Midland's scrambling right now, but they're somehow able to hold off Columbus. It just seems like, it almost feels like right now, Breaking, it's only a matter of time with how much pressure is being put on.
Yeah, it is only a matter of time. The amount of panicking coming out from this Midland team. They just gotta slow down a little bit on that defensive end and then speed up on offense. And
huge.
That's going to be huge for them. And right now, it is not looking hot, Camaro. It is not looking hot.
Just got to clear and reset right now. Just got to clear and reset. They're scrambling as now Local's caught back in his corner. There's a demo. Chaos is now promising. He's got some space. Drips is waiting back. Marco's going to be the first one there. That's a dangerous touch there from AJ, but promising there to help kind of kill that, bring it back down. Drips going to not be able to get the best of touches here. Promising going to put it over top of Local. Now promising they're going to finish. But Local going to cross it back over to his team. Now this one is going to drop back down. Local back over to the left corner. Good kick out there by AJ. Drips is in the area though, but Drips can't find the touch. This could be dangerous. Can't be missing like that, but the team does reset. AJ going for a bit of a musty there. Interesting time to do that one. Is now Marco just going to pop this one up. Local says, I'll do what I can. Gets it back over to Marco. Marco's just going to put it right back to the right side. Not the best of showings, but sometimes it's not what it... Oh, Drips! Drips with a huge chance to win the game. Can't bury it, though. Is now AJ with the flick over the top. Drips, though, with a great pre-jump. This one does sit out here. Dreamix back off the wall. It should bounce nicely. Promising! Not expecting the miss there. It ended up being a wide open net. Both sides look like they're just genuinely panicking right now, Breaking.
Yeah, the panicking from both sides is... Both of these teams moving forward in the season, they got to figure some things out because this is going to be tough for both of them, in my opinion, moving forward in any playoff thoughts, as these mistakes have got to be removed before then. I mean, this is why we have the regular season, to improve the game, but the game has to be improved. And right now, we're seeing what both teams need to fix right now.
Oh, man.
As almost... So
what
close.
A huge chase down save there from Marco. Barely able to hang on. We were almost 3 minutes into this overtime. This one does float in front of the net. Dreamix, that's dangerous. This could be it. But Drips can't find it. Now promising, going to try to get it back down to Dreamix. Dreamix, though, just has no boost. I don't know what he's doing here. Local trying to take a quick shot, but AJ doing a great job on the read. As now you can see a kick back out. Promising, try to put it over the top. It's not going to work, but a missed shot there again coming out from Midland. Now Dreamix with a chance to send her back out. AJ just taking his time. He's hesitating. You can't do that right now. You can't do that here in such a close game. The hesitation cost them, and Local's able to finally take advantage.
Local from his own half, just getting a line drive straight on net, and no contest from this Columbus team, and Midland's gonna win a game.
Yeah, I mean, just like that, it literally looked like Columbus was going to run away with this one. And in all honesty, they probably should have swept right here, breaking. It was really both sides. Just did not look good at all in overtime. A lot of missed shots. Promising had one off of just a missed touch there from Local. I don't think he expected him to miss, and he just missed a wide open net, basically. But 1 for 6 shooting from AJ, 2 for 5 shooting on Local. Both sides didn't really have a lot of saves. I guess Midland had a little bit, but Columbus had absolutely none. It was just Midland missing shot after shot. They should have put it away quicker. Both sides just really got to pick it up on offense.
Yeah, absolutely. In Columbus, going 20% from the field, that is not going to hold up moving forward. And they just opened the door for this Midland team to correct some of the mistakes that they had made earlier on in the series and potentially get a reverse sweep, as all they have to do is win 2 consecutive games right now, Camaro.
Yeah, my problems with it with Columbus is they've been in such control. I mean, they've been in control this whole series, and then they give up that game. It's just so detrimental because they had a chance to put this away, and now they've given Midland a chance to have some reason to get some life back into this game. Right? They have some reason to say, hey, there's a chance for a spark to come back, and if they come back, it's on Columbus. Columbus has to put this away. The ball is in their court right now.
Yeah, absolutely. As Columbus is going to need to elevate their game moving forward if they don't want to get reverse sweeped. I mean, it seems like Midland is slowly but surely getting better as time goes on, and Columbus kind of slowing down as time goes on.
Yeah, I gotta see my guy DreamAce get back involved again. It was a stud there in game 1 and 2. Very quiet in game 3. So AJ's got to find a way to get his guy the shots. Love AJ to death. He's an absolute stud of a captain, but he's got to make sure more of those shots are going to DreamAce and Promising, right? I mean, they got hot hands right now. Oh, but where is Local coming from right now? Pick it up where he left off there in game number 3.
Loco from his own half hits a wild double on AJ's head, and Midland is starting up.
Yeah, I mean, here we go. Midland now finally starting things off right. They started off with the lead in game 3, and they won game 3, so this is a good start for them if history holds true. But now you're going to see Columbus look to clap and get back immediately. A couple double commits still coming from Columbus. It seems like they're really panicking right now. Really just trying to get recomposed, as this Midland team is really just opening back up and just playing really good. Is now going to see a quick shot there from Marco, and that's going to slot through. And just like that, here we go, 2-0 Midland. They're saying, hey, Breaking, we want to give you that reverse sweep you've been asking for.
And asked for it, I did, as Midland starting off strong. 2 goals in 1 minute, as Columbus has opened the door. And Midland is setting a fire in the house that Columbus is living in right now. And they don't know what to do. They're running around. They're trying to find the fire extinguisher, but they can't find it, Camaro.
Oh, there it is. Just the shots that were dropping for Columbus, they're not capitalizing right now. That is not a great save, but DreamAce is able to help out. Locals in an awkward spot. Now an opportunity here for Columbus to get back in control, pushing back on these guys. There's a chance, but a huge dimple off Drips, taking Promising out of that play. As now this one does roll over here. Marco with space, one-on-one. Promising with a better read, though, on the ball. Now looking to pass it up here to DreamX. Trying to float one, but Drips just going to take it away. Now Locals going to take it over the top. He's got a little bit of time here with some help from his captain, Marco. AJ back on the side wall. Fakes out Drips. Drips going to leave for Locals, who's been hot here in game 4. Back half of this series is now Marco. That's a chance. It's got a great angle on it, but he just can't get around that one. Just barely not able to finish it. And now AJ puts it back out to the left side, up to DreamX. DreamX can't find it either. Columbus, they're not getting these touches. It doesn't look like the same team we watched in game 1 and 2. It's clearly got to be a confidence thing.
Absolutely. This Columbus team is breaking down in front of our eyes, and that's why I use that analogy with the house burning down. It's really burning down right now. And they have to slow down. They got to start working together as a team and stop panicking here on the offensive end and the defensive end.
2-0. No goals right now for Columbus in the first half of game number 4. Interesting to see here is now AJ trying to get things going. He was the facilitator there through most of this series, but is not been available here so far. Is now promising to touch one back down. Trying to find AJ. AJ gonna put it right back into the corner. That's not the best of touches. That's a good shot opportunity for Promising, but Locals with a huge save. Now DreamX with a chance. It's open, but he can't get around. A simple shot, it looks like, but still just not able to find it. They're definitely letting this one get away from him, Breaking.
They are. And as 1 minute and 40 seconds are on the clock, it is looking more dire and dire for this Columbus team, as they could be reverse swept here.
I mean, they're just missing simple stuff right now, Breaking. I mean, they were earning the wins in game 1 and 2. They were doing it off of impressive shots, like clippable shots that need to be posted at some point. But right here, it's simple goals that they're just missing now. I mean, they're just completely flustered out here on the field.
Yeah. Ooh, that's a great save by DreamX. I mean, the gripes that I had with them earlier on was the defense, but now it's both ends of the field.
Oh, big miss there. That's a potential dagger, and that now could cost him on the transition back. DreamX able to finish. Drifts with a, I mean, just as almost as open as it gets. Not able to find it. Local with just a, I guessing not a calculated doink right there, and it's going to cost their team. Just bad play.
And now, making this reverse sweep opportunity a little bit harder, but they still have the lead. They just got to hold on for 1 minute, and we're going to game 5. But things like that cannot happen for Midland. Whiffs cannot be coming out for this Midland team right now.
Yeah, here's Drips. He's had a couple chances himself to be the one to put this away. He's now up on the offense side of the ball. There's Promising. That's a great pass. AJ's there. That's a well-placed ball. DreamX not able to find it. 30 seconds remaining now. Double quick coming out. Drips with a chance. There it is. The dagger. Twice in his hands. Both players with individual opportunities, and they're just not able to step up so far. Is now DreamX back into the corner. He's got AJ with a chance. He's going to get it up to Promising. Promising now with an opportunity to get through. He can't do it. He's going to bounce nicely, though. That actually could go in. But Marco, all 3 players in the net, looking to avoid overtime. And it looks like overtime has been avoided, and we are actually heading to a game 5 with a potential reverse sweep on the line.
Reverse sweep is on the line, and Columbus was stepping on each other in the defensive end, and now they're stepping on each other's toes in the offensive end. They got to do a better job at working well together as a team, and they cannot be leaving this man Promising in net with 0 boost. I saw more than once Promising back trying to get those saves with nothing in the tank because he's forced to rush back, and he could not get stuck on the defensive end. He has got to be utilized on the offensive end. Otherwise, in my opinion, this Columbus team is going to lose in 5.
Yeah, I mean, this is dangerous right now. I mean, we saw AJ. What's awkward in this moment is we saw AJ taking all the shots last game, and I thought maybe that's the issue. Maybe because DreamX and Promising were just out of the mix, and just were not comfortable with the shots they were getting. But then this game breaking, they took 7 shots between them. It just wasn't enough. It didn't work out. No assists coming from Columbus is not a good sign. They won those first games because of 3 assists from DreamX, 3 assists from AJ. They were facilitating, they were passing, they were playing confidently. Confidence is out the window right now, and they just have to do everything they can to figure out how to get it back.
Well, it lies on that man AJ. He's got to bring his team together and make them know that they can win this game. As long as they get the passing plays going, they just rotate back a little bit faster, they keep the comms rolling, because a lot of these goals could have been saved if somebody would have just come, hey, you know, we got no one back, somebody go.
Hey.
And we wouldn't have been here if it wasn't for little things like that. As DreamX can get a long-range shot. Drips gonna save this one.
I promise you here, Breaking, there's no mystery to who will win this game. It's gonna be whoever clears up these little tiny mistakes. Whoever capitalizes on the open nets, on the easy shots, is gonna win this game. I mean, it's really just that simple. Both sides of the ball have had easy opportunities, and right now we're here in game 5. It's do or die. This is the game. This game right here will decide our victor. As you're already seeing pressure put on from Columbus, and when pressure is put on Columbus on the defense side of the ball, bad things happen so far. So they just got to find a way to I know a lot of teams like to transition from offense to defense. I don't think that's really what Columbus's game is. It's staying on the offensive side of the ball, playing that front half rotation, having better field domination is where Columbus is most comfortable.
Yeah, absolutely is. I don't think they should shy away from the original game plan. I mean, they wanted to play aggressive Rocket League, and you know, you're going to give up some goals when you do that, but it's better to do that than to be playing how Columbus has been playing this last couple games.
Yeah, I mean, now you're seeing Drips, who's been one of those guys getting a lot of chances here for his team, to be the guy to step up now with a big opportunity here for Promising. Promising going to float it back over the box with a chance to get a DreamX double fake coming out. Promising trying to finish it himself, but he can't get there. Marco was just there on the wall waiting patiently, trying to do what he can as Promising does take it away. He's going to float. AJ with an opportunity here to get it past Drips. Drips doing a good job shutting it down. Great team pinch coming out. I think Promising's there. Promising just has to get around it. Can he get there? He can't beat Local. As now Local trying to get one out center, but the only one there is Promising. Promising, that's a well-placed shot, but Drips doing a good job being in the right place to get that out of line. Is now Promising with a chance to take another shot. Columbus ricocheting off a couple opportunities here. Midland doing a great job combating it. Is now DreamX with a chance. He's going to slot one. It actually goes. DreamX actually got around that ball.
Somehow DreamX getting around that ball for the shot. And then Local just kind of not expecting a touch and going a little bit too fast past his own goal line. And that passing play is going to be good for Columbus.
Yeah, I'm not expecting something like that to drop with two players in net, but there it is. Hey, at this point right now, Breaking, just put the shot on target and see what happens. That's on both sides, man. Neither side's playing great defense. Just put it on target, do what you can, and just see what happens.
Yeah, absolutely. As the more shots you can get on target, the more likely it is you're going to score a goal, because there's been a lot of open nets, a lot of gaps in the defense from both sides. A lot of double commits as well, and that's just going to open the door for whoever's more aggressive.
It's a decent little kick downfield, but Marco not going to let much happen there. It's now Local, who's had some big shots, some big plays here in this game thus far. Been a little quiet here in Game 5. He's a bit of a backflip there, causes lack of communication between the two. Now Dreamer's taking over the top of Local with a great pre-jump. That's dangerous. AJ's there, but he just decides to play it safe. Doesn't want to push up too far. Still could cost him though. Now Midland looking to transition. Big chance there for Drips, but Drips not able to find it. As now this one is going to pinch here. Drips going to put it right back off the wall, looking to go back into it himself. Can't get there. AJ top left. Marco though, good save. He's got Local there for some help. Promising, putting it back out to midfield. AJ going to bump his own teammate there. As Dreamer's doing a great job fending off two. Good pass downfield there by Local. Shot from Drips. Drips a little bit off though. Is AJ going to put it right back out to the right side. Now with a chance. Local can't get there. Promising left. What a nasty pass, but an even better save coming there from Local right there. And now this does get stopped. Promising, shutting it down. Local with a chance, and he just can't get around that one. Now DreamX, he's looking to find Promising. Promising now. He's got AJ waiting. He's got the captain center, and now both sides. I mean, just turnover after turnover right now, Breaking. Just everyone just trying to do everything they can to find the ball to go into the back of the net.
Yeah, I mean, right now it is up to this Midland team to put it on target and get a goal. They got 30 seconds to do that, and Columbus can continue playing like this. I mean, they are not the ones that have to score here. It is Midland. As they get a nice passing play, can they finish it? No! So close for Midland.
Oh no, there's Promising. He's a chance to dagger, but he can't do it. 15 seconds remaining. 1-0 right now. It's the closest game we've had thus far. DreamX can't find it. Promising back off the wall. Columbus trying to hold off to prevent the reverse sweep. Promising looking for the dagger. Can't put it on. Drips keeps it alive. Zero's on the clock. When this touches, it's over. It's just going to float here. No one touches it. No one can get there from Midland. It's just like that. Columbus is able to stop the reverse sweep and win game number 5.
Wow, Columbus barely scraping by with a win there. And that was shaky from both ends. Very shaky from both ends, but you know, this is the time to improve. You're in week 1 for a reason. You know, put in the scrim time, put in the practice time with your team, and try to improve as the season goes on. And man, oh man, did Columbus scrape by with that one.
Yeah, I mean, that was definitely an interesting game we got to watch, man. I mean, that was a roller coaster of emotions for me, breaking. I was extremely excited for what I was seeing from Columbus at some point. I really thought that Columbus was about to do some great things, potentially for the rest of the season. But now it might become a potential thing where we're looking at consistency for these guys. Their offense looked the best. There was moments throughout that series where they looked like they were going to be a top tier offensive team, and then it just simply kind of disappeared. It just went away. And you know, I don't know if it's just when their confidence is up, they're great, and when their confidence is down, it's over. So we'll see what they're able to do. Midland, they did have a temp sign. Breaking, so maybe that's potentially something we got to think about when we're relooking these power rankings. They did almost take it to a game 5 with a new guy that they haven't had a chance to see play with. We don't know how much time they got with that guy, Local. Local still did the best that he could, with, you know, just being picked up last second. So, interesting game. Nonetheless, congratulations to Columbus for winning.
Yeah, absolutely. All props go to Columbus for getting that one. And Midland came on towards the end. I mean, Midland only got better as time went on. And, you know, it's going to be interesting seeing these teams move forward. And, yes, Knuckles, Columbus won that best of 5 in game 5. But man, oh man, was that an exciting series. Glad to see a game 5 tonight. And yeah, I mean, I'm just so curious to see what these teams do moving forward.
But that is going to do it, guys. Fantastic kickoff to the season, man. Again, I apologize for the hiccups at the beginning of the stream, but we got it all figured out. We should be good for the foreseeable future. Thank you for the Div 1 guys for coming out and playing, man. Hopefully it was hopefully you guys got a chance to enjoy watching that. I think we peaked pretty high on viewership tonight, so I was pretty excited. I know things kind of died down a little bit. It seems like the streams are running a little bit later than usual, though. Breaking, are you feeling that too?
Yeah, a little bit later than usual, but it could be because, you know, the gaps in between games are taking a little bit long. Teams are taking the full minute in between games.
Yeah.
Maybe take it a little bit longer on joining up. We're also talking in between these games. I know sometimes teams like to join early. You know, all these teams have joined on the scheduled time, so that could be a part of it as well. So that's just my thoughts, but yeah, I'm glad to see the viewership reaching highs. I mean, the stream has been doing great, and it's thanks to you guys. Thanks to all the support that we've had from the staff and the community in RLM. So big shout out to you guys. And that is all for me, Camaro, if you want to take us away.
Yeah, guys, we greatly appreciate y'all. It was a wonderful start to week 1. We should be good for Saturday. We'll see. Obviously, I give a break and get with the rest of the guys, see what's happening, see if we can get out there. But I think we only have 1 game right now. So if we don't get the more games, we're not going to do it. If it's only 1 game, we're not going to set aside the time. I mean, maybe we will. We'll just see how we're feeling. But I appreciate everybody coming out here. It was an absolute amazing stream, like always. I appreciate you guys so much. Hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your night. We love you guys. We're out of here. Peace.
Peace.
I was built to